Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. My name is Jorge from Counterculture podcast. When Destiny asked me about interviewing you, I was super stoked. I've been listening to Tiny Moving Parts since at least for the last 10 years, around the time the
Awesome.
Celebrate album came out, and which, by the way, I owned physically. Look,
Awesome.
and somewhere in here is your signature. And
Oh, cool.
first, first time I saw you live was in Dallas, Texas. You were with the Wonder Years and Tiger's Jaw. Were you expecting your music to go this far? Because, from if I think from your point of view, Costa Rica is just such a small country in Central America, which a lot of people from the US confuse with Puerto Rico. So I sometimes I wonder, sometimes I wonder if you guys were expecting your music to get this far.
Yeah, I mean, we were shocked by how many places we've been able to play. Like when we started, it was just we wanted to just play house shows in like towns around the US, and we did that long enough to where it was like, okay, well, now we want to go to other places, and we've basically been trying to play wherever we can, and it's yeah, just kind of a dream come true.
You guys have mentioned how at the very beginning, Thursday was one of the main influences. I wonder what would you say it's like an influence that's been more recent that you might be integrating in your drumming?
Um, that's a tough question. I guess like other bands in the scene, like Hot Mulligan comes to mind. I feel like that's like one of the bands I've been listening to the most that kind of do
At
the
Mulligan,
emo. Yeah,
I'll
like
definitely check that out.
yeah, they're awesome.
It's so funny because I was seeing in another interview how you basically accidentally knew about Thursday because I think it was your mom that gave your brother a teacher of a Thursday t-shirt. And I thought that was a fun story. He didn't elaborate it a lot, but then I wondered, how come your mom just show up home one night with a Thursday t-shirt and you guys didn't even
I
know the band? So I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I think she just got my brother Matt Thursday T-shirt for Christmas because she thought it was a cool looking shirt. She didn't even know it was a band shirt, and that's how we've started listening to Thursday. So got to thank my mom for that one.
Probably that's her favorite day of the week. And she was like, I'm definitely getting Matt that t-shirt. What inspires you outside of the music world?
mm, good food, I guess that's like uh, that, and just having fun with your friends. That's kind of like our favorite parts of tour is just hanging out, meeting people, and eating food. Like especially traveling internationally and trying uh uh I guess we haven't done Costa Rica, but like Mexico, like we've had plenty of tacos and burritos, but when you go to Mexico and have them in like Mexico City, it's on another level. So like just trying local foods is, I guess that's inspiring. I don't know if that
Yeah, right?
technically
No,
counts as
totally.
inspiring, but it's one of our favorite parts about being in a band.
You guys have been traveling a lot to many different countries and food. I think it's one of the most important components of traveling. You always want to, like try like the really good thing about that culture. And, Mexico is really good with that, actually. You never get
Hmm.
enough burritos, I think, and tacos.
Yeah.
I wonder, also when you travel so much, um, you get to miss people and miss your home, your friends. So I think that traveling
Hmm.
definitely makes you grow and see things from a different perspective. What have you gathered from the years of traveling about what's the meaning of life?
Oh wow. I think just you can you can regret the past or worry about the future, but like in the end, uh, the present is like enjoying the present is really important because if you enjoy the present, uh, that'll make for good memories. And uh, I just feel like having a being optimistic about things and having fun and like hanging out with people you can have fun with and all that is really important.
I feel like sometimes I'm so worried about the future and what's going to happen that I'm not enjoying people around me and simple experiences. So that's why I
Mm-hmm.
always get so puzzled about this because I'm always like overthinking things. And this is a good segue to get back to your music because your music has gotten me through really tough shit, tough situations in life when you feel like down, And
Yeah.
to me, your music, it's so powerful. It makes me feel like that I can face the sadness of the situation, but I mean, but at the same time, it's also giving me like certain strength and taking me out of that. And I listen to you guys for 30 minutes, and then I find myself just feeling better. And I wonder,
Oh,
I wonder if you ever found a band that did that for you.
I mean, there are so many. Like Thursdays one, Me Without You. I always thought really had a lot to say in their songs, and they were able to. I don't feel like they were labeled as emo, but I feel like they have that kind of vibe with like kind of passionately yelling vocals and like meaningful lyrics. So that's another one that comes to mind.
Now that you talk about lyrics, who does most of the work with the lyrics? Is that like a collaboration between you guys, like the whole band, or is one of you that's taking most of the effort?
Dylan writes pretty much all of the lyrics. There'll be times in the studio where we'll have like an instrumental part of the song, and we're like, we got to say something. What should we do? And we'll all just kind of
Right.
like together come up with a line to repeat that just kind of has the same message as the rest of the song, kind of thing.
Something that impressed me is how it's only the three of you, but it's so complex, and the drum offbeats, which is essentially one of the foundations of math rock, but then Dylan gets so crazy on the guitar neck, and it's just so nice to see how three guys can do like these beautiful, emotionally complex music. And it's sometimes you definitely need more than three guys to accomplish that. So kudos for that. You've been making a great job.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's helped that we've been playing music together for like our entire like since we got instruments when we were like 13, 15 years old. We just started playing together, and I feel like we've really learned each other's styles and how to like work together and kind of made our styles with each other. Like we learned our instruments together, so it like has always just come together really naturally for us.
Yeah, right. It's been a while already. That's a lot of years, a
Yeah.
lot of traveling too. Is it a point where you get tired of actually traveling? Because to me that would be the dream. I wonder if it gets to a point where you guys get a little tired or exhausted of the traveling and going from one place to the other.
Uh, yeah, like we'll get like worn down or tired like when we have long drives or like the last the last US tour we finished in a rental minivan because of van issues, and I feel like the all the van issues really weighed on us, and like getting done with tour was like it was more like a we did it. We made it through tour
Right.
without canceling a show when we had at two different points we had rental vehicles. Our van is still broke down in Atlanta, Georgia right now. So like it wasn't like thank God tour's over. It was like we made it through this tour. So like you get exhausted and tired, but like it's still overall it's really fun. And yeah, you just got to remember how lucky we are to be able to do this, and like that we can find people in places all over the world that like our music and appreciate what we do. So yeah, it's hard to not it's hard to not uh appreciate it. When you think about it, it's just like appreciating it and being grateful is just like part of it. Like it's ingrained into what we do.
Yeah, definitely there must be some hiccups behind the scenes. But yeah, I think in that case that you were describing it, touring would be like a fuel on its own and getting you through the difficulties, just enjoying
Yeah.
it too. And I've seen you guys on stage and the energy that you guys have on stage and how it's con contagious to people watching the show. And yeah, there's no way that that's not gonna give you the fuel that you need to continue.
Yeah, because we'll be on tour for months, but all of it is for that hour or that half hour that we're on stage. Like we do setups and tear downs and rehearsals and driving, and there's so much more to tour. But when we go to play a show, it's like this is what it's all about. Like this is why we're on tour is because of this like this time we're on stage in front of fans.
It sounds like I used to own a Volkswagen Bus 1969, and all my friends were
Nice.
always talking shit about my car, and they were saying, "Hey, dude, why did you still have that crap? Just sell it, and it's always at the shop, and it gets you nowhere." And but the time that it worked, when I was driving it, and you feel like you're literally driving a bus, and just the feeling, I used to be like, yeah, man, this is why I own this shit. This is why I drive this thing. It's just the enjoyment that it gave me. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not a good comparison to touring, but just finding yourself in a moment that you really enjoy and appreciate. And like in my case, it was also that something that ironically other people would see like, hey, that seems like a headache. Why are you still doing that? But I would just enjoy it so much. This is
Yeah,
your
I
first.
totally know what you mean too. Just
Yeah, right.
just driving our van is like hell yeah, king of the road.
So this is your first Latin American tour, right? I'm pretty sure that this is definitely your first show in Costa Rica. Otherwise, I would have known. But is this your first Latin American tour?
Yeah, we've done Mexico twice, but we've never get went anywhere south
Right.
of there.
Yeah, Mexico are so lucky. They're just so close to the US that they get all the bands.
Yeah, it's uh we're really excited to finally get to do like because we've been talking about it for 10 years. Like we got to get to like Central and South America, and we've tried adding like shows on to like the times we did Mexico, but it's always just been like a little tough logistically. So we're really excited that it's finally working out.
I think you guys are going to be amazed of the experience that you're about to have, because since it's the first time, I know that you're a band that's been playing together for a while now, and that you guys have been touring plenty. I think it's gonna be just too much to take in at the same time, and but in a good way. You're going to be amazed.
Awesome. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Like just like the whole tour in general, it's just so cool to us that every show will be like a new city, so you get or like a new country, so like you get like a whole different culture, and
Right.
like we'll be experiencing a new place like every time or like every couple days or day or every day. Like I'm not sure how many off days we have, but just like knowing you're flying somewhere and you're going to be going somewhere completely new like every time.
Bill, it's been really fun chatting with you. We're really excited to have you guys here. We won't disappoint, I swear. You'll see how crazy we'll get. You'll definitely enjoy the show. Um, I'll I'll enjoy the
Awesome.
show. And I'll probably see you the venue, probably in the backstage. I'll stop by to say hi.
Yeah, that sounds great, Jorge. That Celebrate record, I don't think my signature was on it. So if you want to bring that, I'll get mine on there so you got all three of us.
Oh, yes, you're right. When I got it, there were only two of you signing records, and you were not there. I think you were busy grabbing a beer or something, which
That sounds like
makes
me.
sense. So I'll bring it. I'll bring it. And I enjoy this conversation with you. Thank you for taking the time. And I hope you really enjoy your time in Costa Rica.
Yeah, thanks. I enjoyed it too. And I'll see you soon.
All right. See you soon. Take care.
Yep.
Bye
Yep.
now.
Bye.